So over the last couple of months, I've been experimenting with Etsy ads and I've achieved amazing growth. I've literally doubled my sales, not only doubled my sales per month, but since my last video, I've actually doubled my all-time sales. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about everything I've learned about Etsy ads. I'm going to be going through the numbers from my own personal shop. I'm going to be talking about all the misconceptions that people have about Etsy ads and when not to use them. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, my name is Tim. I make videos about business, entrepreneurship, and self-improvement. I started my Etsy shop about 8 months ago, and this YouTube channel is really just to document everything that I'm doing and everything I'm learning, so it can hopefully help one of you guys out there. So here are my ad numbers for March. As you can see, my budget is $20 a day. I'm not spending $20 a day, like it's not using all my budget every day. So yeah, when you set a budget, it doesn't mean that you're going to spend that much every day. It just means that's the limit for how much you will spend. It could be less. For me, it's definitely less. Like $20 a day is $600 a month. But as you can see here, I only spent $254, which ends up being about $8.50 a day. So in March, my ad campaign gave me 34,000 views, 607 clicks, and I got 58 orders from the ads, which led to $1,170. So yeah, to me, that's just worth it. Like I spent $250 on ads and I made $1,100 from those ads. So you're going to have to be careful here. If your numbers are different, like if you're spending more money on ads and you're making less money from the ads, you're going to have to look at your profit margins and make sure that you're actually making money. Like if you have very slim profit margins and your ads are increasing your costs, like you're going to have to do that calculation to make sure that it's worth it for you. So I let this run for 2 months, so I'm gonna show you April now. So you can see here, just looking at the revenue, that I made a little bit less, roughly the same, but I spent much more, like almost $100 more on ads. So this is something I just have to keep my eye on. I have to make sure that these two numbers here, like how much I'm spending versus how much I'm making, continue to make sense for me. So since it's been a while since my last video, I just wanted to update you guys on how the sales have been going. So if you see here, I think the last update I gave was in February. In February, I made $1,119.39. And as you can see, there's a huge increase in revenue here. The only thing I changed right after that video was that I increased my budget for ads. So you can see here in March, I made $2,632. And then in April here, I made $3,407. So this is amazing, amazing growth, right? If you look at the first 6 months that I've been open, you can see that sales do increase, but it's like kind of at a steady rate. And then the last 2 months are just off the charts. And I really think that's because of the ads. I didn't add any listings. I didn't do anything special on my Instagram or off site. I pretty much just stayed the course, and then the only thing I changed was the ads. So if you watched my last video, you'll know that I put everything into a spreadsheet so I can see where my sales are going. And I'm just gonna show you that now. So the one thing that's different here from last month is I changed my trend line. So last time my trend line was based on a linear formula, and I just found like every month I was beating it. I played around with all these different trend lines. Like if you have Excel or Apple numbers, you can chart your data and go through different trend lines. What you really wanna do is just select all these different ones and find the one that produces an R value that is as close as one as possible. So if you look at the linear one, you'll see that the R value here is 0.78. And after going everything, I found that the closest one-to-one was polynomial trend line, which means this is probably the best fit for how my sales are going and the best way I can look into the future. But yeah, I really don't know what to say, because if you just look at the numbers, I have a hard time believing that I'm going to be hitting 15,000 per month by the end of the year. I've been shocked, like every month I've been shocked already. I don't see that. That's what the numbers say. And again, like if you're interested, hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna keep making videos and I'll let you know if I hit it. Yeah, it's been an unbelievable ride so far, and I'm just excited for the future. And I'm gonna keep working hard, keep learning more, and I'm gonna keep making videos to try to help you guys out as well. And I kind of have mixed feelings about showing these numbers because it might come off as braggy, and I really don't want that to be the case. I just want to show you guys what's possible after opening a shop and running it for 8 months. Like, I feel if I saw this video while I was just starting, it would motivate me, and that's really what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to show you guys, like, yeah, if you start your own shop, you could be making these numbers or more, right? If you're having trouble starting or need ideas, I made a video on that, check that one out. But yeah, let's talk about some common misconceptions about Etsy ads. If you do a search on YouTube, you'll see that there's a lot of people saying that ads are not worth it or that they don't work. And when people say that, I think that they have an unrealistic expectation about what Etsy ads are supposed to do. Turning it on is not going to magically get you sales no matter what. That's not what it does. It's a tool to get you on the front page, and that might lead to more sales, but it's definitely not a guarantee. There's a lot of different variables. It depends on what your product is, how new your shop is. It's definitely not a guarantee. So when do you not want to use Etsy ads? If you're just starting out and you don't have many sales and you don't have many reviews, I would not use Etsy ads. This would be like using Thundershock on a Diglett. It's not gonna be effective because even if you make it on the front page, you're going to be competing with larger stores that are more established. Maybe they have hundreds or even thousands of sales. The first thing you should do if you don't have very many sales or reviews is to focus on your product first. Like I've mentioned in my previous videos, you need to look at the existing competition and see how you can improve on them. Like what you really are trying to find here is a product that sells. And it might not be super fast, but you want it to sell consistently. Like maybe you're only getting one sale a week or one sale a month. If you're getting consistent sales, that means there's something good about your product, right? And then once you know that, once you know you have a good product, then you can start marketing it. It doesn't matter how much money you spend on ads. Like you can be spending $1,000 a day, but if nobody wants that product, you're not gonna get sales. So focus on the product first, make sure you're providing value to your customer, and once you start getting sales organically, that's when you should turn on Etsy ads. Another time that you don't want to use Etsy ads is when your sales are starting to slow down and then you want to boost them. I've tried this and it just didn't work for me. I think that when your sales are slowing down, there's usually a reason for it. And from my experience, getting onto the front page doesn't help with that. For example, maybe your sales are slowing down because a competitor is making something better. Being on the front page in that case isn't going to help you get more sales. If that's happening, the only way to get more sales is to improve your product. Another reason for a drop in sales might be that your product is seasonal. For example, if you sell snow shovels, it doesn't matter how much you advertise, your sales will slow down in the summer because nobody is shoveling their snow. But yeah, usually when your sales are steady and they slow down, there's a reason for that and you need to find that reason so then you can improve on it. Usually ads aren't going to help. So here's when you do want to use Etsy ads. You want to use them when you're confident that you have a good product. So if you search for your item on Etsy and you can honestly say that if your item was next to a top competitor, that a customer would choose yours over theirs, then that's a good time to use Etsy ads. Because if that's the case, you want to get in front of as many eyes as possible. You should also consider Etsy ads if your conversion rate is good. What's a good conversion rate? If you do some Googling, you'll see that for e-commerce in general, an average conversion rate is around 1 to 3%. So this just means that if somebody clicks on your item, they have a 1 to 3% chance of buying it. And if that's true, at this point, it's just a numbers game. Because being on the front page is going to lead to more views, and that's gonna lead to more clicks. And if your conversion rate is good, that's gonna lead to more sales. But yeah, at the end of the day, everybody's different. Every shop is different, every product is different. If you're thinking about trying ads, I would say just try it. Set aside some money from your sales and reinvest it back into your business. So much about business is just trying things and seeing if it works. Like I said at the beginning of the video, make sure you go through your numbers every month and make sure that it's worth it. Make sure you're making money off of the ads that you're buying. And then yeah, you can judge for yourself whether it's worth it or not. But that's it for the video. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. It lets me know that you want to see more videos like this and it helps out the channel a lot. Best of luck with your shop, guys, and I'll see you next time.